So as a martial artist and a bouncer, um, I figured it would probably be, helpful to discuss the last serious fight that I had. Um, I don't want to go into all this like, oh, I'm badass or anything like that. More what can be learned from these situations or what is the information to be gained. Um, and if I was to give you just a really quick thesis, I keep my balance, keep the enemy in front, and deliver whatever strikes that I can while not being hit. So just to give you an example, a striker, Western boxing, Taekwondo, Muay Thai, these types of things. Um, and yet, when I found myself in a situation, you know, all I could really do, because this guy, maybe I should start from the beginning, right? The So I was walking this guy out, right? Been drinking too much. It's pretty, like, I'm 6'2". He's probably about 5'10", 5'9". Bit heavier than me. His forearms were massive. Look at my baby bullshit forearms. This dude's forearms are like this. And so walking this guy out, I'm like, hey, brother, let's go outside, let's have a cigarette, let's talk. He said that sounded good. So I'm following this gentleman outside. Spins around because he's been drinking, and he yells, why the fuck you following me, at the top of his lungs? And I'm like, wait, well, hold on. I try to explain that we were supposed to smoke cigarettes. And he cocks back after shoving me. So, even though, he's been drinking and stuff like that, you could tell that, like, especially with his weight and him being a construction type dude, this is a pretty heavy guy. And he was still smart enough to try to keep that distance with this hand so he could try to clock me. So immediately I have my shoulder covering as much as I can, covering here, and then pushing him, right, while trying not to be hit in the face. Slam him into the ATM. So this is like clinch work, and then slam him through the lobby door. We collide into the lobby. Now I have been working so long and so hard on a good, nice right elbows, working really hard on my right power elbow, trying to make a knockout shot out of it because I'm close to these people a lot, and I wasn't able to use it. As we crashed through the lobby, this guy is sending so many punches at me, and I have to cover here, and I can't use my good elbow. So as I'm covering, and he feels a little bit more confident about everything he's throwing, that's where I hit him with this one, which is definitely not my power one, but it was enough to, fuck with him, right? So he goes down. I start punching him while he's down on the ground. Everybody comes and is like, maybe you should, not fuck this guy up too much. But yeah, that's the most recent one. And once again, I only bring that up just because I have a wide array of strikes to use. And in that moment, all I could do was focus on the threat in front of me, try to keep a strong balance so he doesn't overtake me, and deliver whatever strikes that I can while making sure that I'm not being fucked up. And yeah, I guess with my opinion, about real fights, honestly, I think that the big difference between a real fight and combat sports, stuff like that, is duration. It's the duration of the fight. There's other factors. A lot of people, I'm sure, could comment and say that. But, what, you're starting this fight, you don't know this guy, and this shit just starts within, 5-10 seconds. It could have been a prolonged thing from an issue inside. That's fine. But once you guys are in front of each other, there's nobody to take both of you, pull you apart, and then say, okay, touch gloves, back up, okay, now fight. The hatred, the anger, the animal instinct, and the speed of it, you're looking at 15, 20, 30 seconds, and everybody just, lets everything out. Just total dumb. This is why a lot of fighters destroy people in real fights, by the way. Because if after all that bullshit that I just said, okay, what's going to happen with a real fighter? You're going to energy dump on him. He's just going to, take care of whatever you did. And now you got a straight coming down the pipe. You got a vicious leg kick. Might clinch you and uppercut you. It's going to go bad. So, yes, real fighting or altercation fighting, for a variety of reasons, is different from MMA and stuff like that. That's true. But don't get it twisted. If you find yourself in a bare knuckle fight with an MMA fighter, glory kickboxer, something, dude, it's not going to go well for you. It's not, now, of course, who could be viewing this? You could be anybody. So, maybe I'm talking to the wrong guy, But as I've seen it, these combat sport guys, I worked with them for a long time in the gyms, about 6.5 years. Yeah, they're going to destroy people, and they usually do. Then of course you have your multiple attacker situations, weapon situations. That's a different thing. But in a knockdown, drag out fight, barehanded, what do you expect? You can't just overtake all their training, all their skill, all the beatings that they've taken with the fact that this fight just starts quickly. That is something for them to adjust to, but they're going to adjust to it probably by just not being fucked up by you and then fucking you up. So, just some thoughts. And I've just started this channel. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Look, I just got off work and I'm fucking drinking because they don't let me drink on the job. So, yeah.